Good evening, everybody. This is USS Princeton 2004 here. I just got done filling up $20 worth of gas to my 2013 Kia Soul. I bought a couple of bags of snacks that I'm chewing on right now. So you might hear a pause every now and then. That's just me eating. But hopefully it's not raining tomorrow. It's stopped raining right now, but the ground is a little wet. I don't know how the weather's gonna be like. My total at the gas station actually came out to $22.22. If it was a lotto number, I would have won something. But I don't really believe in the lotto games. I mean, I'm happy that people win, and I guess it helps people out. You know, people pouring in money, hoping they would win, and eventually somebody does win, and sometimes they win really big. But I read this incident that happened to this man who won the lottery. But a few days later, he was found dead. And I think the news stated that he was either poisoned or murdered. So you just have to be careful when you win a lot of money. Money is a motivation to do, you know, for some people to do some criminal acts. And in the lottery, I think if you win a large sum of money, you can either get it all at once or paid in lump sum. And if it was me, I would go ahead and get it all at once, but I think you end up getting less if you get it all at once as opposed to getting it each percentage. I think if the payments are spread out, you get paid more. My grandfather back in the Philippines, he used to gamble by buying these lotto tickets, but he never did win. Some people quit their jobs immediately after winning, but some people actually continue to work even if they have won the lottery. For me, if I had won the lottery, I'd probably move back to the Philippines and buy a large house there. But if I had enough money left, I'd probably buy a house here in the US as well, just to have two houses and be able to take vacations in whichever country I want to be in at the moment. I do gamble every now and then, but not like gambling in lotteries. I gamble like to myself. Like I tell myself, you know, if I do something and I accomplish it, then you know, I reward myself by, you know, being really excited and being happy about myself because I took a gamble and I had succeeded. But if I don't succeed in my gambling, it doesn't, you know, really make a big negative effect on someone. You know, when I do these things, I do it mainly to myself, just as a personal thing, and for the most part, no money is involved, so it's just a motivation for me to try something. For example, when I'm playing with my RCs, I have the option of either going really fast and jumping with a faster speed, like in a triple, where there are 3 humps. But then, if you don't hit it right and you don't have enough speed, you might end up not landing correctly and flipping your truck. But then, if you do succeed, and you land correctly, you shave off seconds on your lap times, and the more you do it successfully, the faster your truck will be. Therefore, you will defeat a lot of the other racers. And I've seen that at some races that have been uploaded on YouTube. Some people go for the big jumps, and for the most part, well, I don't know what the percentage is, but there's a percentage that do succeed in landing perfectly, which allows them to continue the race. And but then there's the other side of it, where you take it easy on the jump and do not gamble on whether you can land it or not. And you can go the safer route, which is to go slow and take the triple one hump at a time. It is much safer, and it's a higher percentage that you'll continue being on your wheels instead of being on your roof. So even if there's a high percentage of you just continuing your momentum, and you keep going forward, but then if you take the humps one at a time, then your time will be much slower. And sometimes the there are other trucks that are in the way, and you have to either slow down or make them go first, or you can try to pass them. But usually in races, especially in the higher levels, the RC cars or trucks are basically the same speed, and it's not the vehicle that's gonna hinder you. It's more of the skills of the driver. And a lot of the racers are so fast that they could even make if they were racing against an amateur, the professional driver can win the race even if they have an inferior vehicle. That's because they have better driving skills, and which allows them to be dialed in at the track. And that just goes to show that not everything relies on how fast your car or truck is, but a lot of it depends on your driving skills. The short course segment of RCs has really become popular, and I was reading in a forum that one of the members was stating that because of the advancement of technology, which allows us to have really high-powered brushless motors mated with high-powered LiPo batteries, you can pretty much go faster than even if you had a nitro powered vehicle. So I think as years go on, I think the nitro segment of RC racing will decrease. When I was still very young, I started out with the RCs that were ran with batteries. But when I moved here to the U.S., I was able to purchase some nitro-powered vehicles, and I had experience, running these nitro vehicles, and I think it's really fun if you have it dialed in and you tune the motor and the exhaust pipe perfectly so that the motor doesn't run too rich or doesn't run too lean. And nitro powered vehicles are still really fast, but like I said earlier, with the advancement of technology, the new brushless powered RCs can compete with the nitro vehicles. I have gotten rid of all my nitro powered vehicles. I had two 1/8 scale Kyosho Kanai 2 buggies that I recently sold for dirt cheap price, and I sold it cheap because I just wanted to pretty much get rid of it and get some money from it at the same time. But I had invested a lot of money into that 1/8 scale buggy. I had two of them matching buggies. One was a pull start and the other was a was started with a starter box. And the only nitro vehicle that I have in my possession is the first generation HPI Savage 2.1. And this RC is a 1/8 scale monster truck, and it's really huge. And as of now, it's actually currently listed on eBay, and I have a few bidders on it, and the listing has no reserve on the truck, so whoever has the highest bid gets to own the truck, regardless of how much the bid is. And actually, I have another truck on eBay, which is a model 5807 Trax Slash, and I mentioned this on a previous video about my eBay listings. I already have two 5807 Slashes, so I don't feel like I need a third one. I bought the third one just so that we could have three of the same trucks and be able to race with an even equipment without anyone having the advantage over the other. So basically, if you run with the same equipment and motors, ESCs, parts, batteries, everything, and it all comes down to whoever's a better driver. So in sponsored racing, there are different classes, and there's the stock class, the mod class, and then there's the two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive classes, and of course the different types of RCs like buggies, stadium trucks, short course racing trucks, monster trucks. So there's a large selection of races that you can compete in. That's if you have a lot of people showing up with a lot of people registered to race. But you can find out at your racetrack, at your local racetrack, or the racetrack closest to you, and find out which RCs are being ran. And then you can decide to purchase similar vehicles and race in that class. But I'm here where I need to be right now, so this is USS Princeton 2004 signing out.